Today I wanted to share with you the sacred symbol that the buffalo had given me. If anyone has a meditation practice or yoga practice, I really suggest giving this a try because it stretches you, as perceived in like a 3D way, it stretches you in both directions. It does not just ground you, it also stretches you high. So that's why I love it. And if you picture yourself as a bead and you picture yourself as a bead on a string, and that string is your hara line, which literally is the energetic string connecting you to Mother Earth and to the realm of the spirit. And if you're clairvoyant, I'm sure you have seen this, but it really does. You can actually see it run right up and down and through you. And I was really overwhelmed when this happened. I know I already shared about this, but the first thing in this channeling was the buffalo showed me visually this image. And right away, I knew it was meant as a sacred symbol for me. And I have used it in my own practice for many, many months. And I know it will help you. So I want to share it. I know that the buffalo will be so happy I did. When I first saw in my third eye, when I first saw the buffalo and the incoming message of this channeling, it was from a bird's eye view. And they showed me riding a buffalo, and I was laying flush down, against the buffalo, on the buffalo's back with my head like this on the buffalo's back. And there was a huge herd of buffalo, and I was on the first buffalo. And again, I'm looking down. So I see myself laying in this way, just molded to the back of this mountainous buffalo. Right away, I feel so comforted, so grounded, and so cared for. And it's funny because the buffalo is such a thunderous animal. But so much of the energy that came through during this channeling was so caring and nurturing and fragile almost. It was a love that was gentle. That's probably a better word, was gentle. And which is surprising considering the power of this animal. And instead of aligning most with earth in this channeling, I really felt the message and even some of the imagery aligned more with water, which is not so necessarily tied. When you think of buffalo, it's typically on the ground. I know there is a water buffalo, but you know what I'm saying. And I know that had to do with emotion. And that was the primary nature of this message. It was emotional in nature. It was comforting, but it was also inspiring. So again, looking down, I saw myself on the first buffalo, and we were racing forward. And from above us, the rest of the herd had split in half and went like this, came and split around, and then came in and folded in behind us and added to that forward momentum, added to our speed and our power. So again, I'm looking down, but it looks like most of the herd splits apart as we go through. Most of the herd splits apart, wraps back around, and then adds into this current, this powerful flow of the buffalo, coming in behind us, ushering me forward. And the way I took this symbol to activate, or the way that I like to do the symbol, is this. I'll show you first and then I'll explain a little bit of it. So when I sit to meditate, it's the first thing I do. And for me, I envision what I saw God to look like. which was just endless, infinite, blazing rays of light, golden, blazing rays of light. So what I do when I do this is I envision that, and I start with my arms up like this, and I breathe deeply. I'm not sure who taught me this, or maybe I read it, but that deep breath in and out, I think it was Doreen Virtue, talks about the breath being really the carrier for any kind of an angel or any kind of a divine assistance that's helping you. Relies on the breath in part to permeate you and to come back out. And this is especially important when you're trying to ground or bring in higher energy or cleanse. So I first start with my arms up like this, and I imagine pulling down that God energy. I pull it down. And I envision myself as a cylinder opening fully. So I am pulling it down, and it is coming through me, through all of space and time. Definitely, if you want to envision it, entering this cylinder through the crown chakra. And really try to viscerally feel it, pull all that energy down. But not just here, all around you too. Pulling it down in a full cylinder. And envision your chakras, which do go, out front and to the back. They're adding to that structure of this cylinder. So you're pulling it down, and you are actually envisioning it. You're the core of the cylinder, but also it permeates all through your auric field, which extends many feet in every direction. And then through your crown chakra and out in every direction, through every dimension, through all of your chakras. And you've got a bazillion chakras, not just the primary 7 they show on the charts. So again, I'm pulling this down. And you don't stop with just filling yourself and pulling it down. You actually want to envision, keep going, keep pulling this down, and even rest your fingertips on the top of the floor or wherever you're sitting. And keep going. Keep pulling this energy down to Mother Earth's core, whatever you want to call it, to the center of the earth. And I envision myself wrapping around this core in a hug. That's how I say it. I'm wrapping around your core, Mother Earth, in a hug. And I'm anchoring myself through this energy that's traveling my heart line around your core with a hug. And if you want, I also envision myself wrapping around her core with this hug, but also infusing all of the crystals beneath the surface with my love and allowing my energy to filter through them as well. So not only around the core of the earth, but also through all of the crystals under the crust, offering them my love and allowing my energy to filter through them and come back to me again. And then I pull back up. And I'll put my hands down here. It's just me, so I don't mind if my hands run over my body. I will put my hands down right here, right toward my root chakra. And then I will pull that earth energy, and I envision that as silver. I also envision it tinged somewhat with purple, which to me I just take as the mixed colors of the crystals. But whatever color or imagery works for you, go with that. And then I pull it up. And I'm merging this silver and these colors of these crystals with that blazing golden energy. Still breathing. Up again. And I keep pushing it up. And again, I start here by pulling it down. And you use the images that work for you. What I do is I start with that golden, that blazing golden light that I experienced as God. I pull that energy through there. I then pull it through the void space, which I consider like our cosmic womb. I pull it through that void space. And then I personally pull it through the energies of right where that white divine flame of creation kind of prisms out into rainbow, where that white divine feminine flame prisms out. I pull that rainbow energy down too, because that has a special meaning to me. That is where, those are really my origins. So again, I'll start with that God energy. I'll pull down the energy of the void. Then I'll pull down, I call them my rainbow family. Pull, pull, pull. Down to you, Mother Earth. I wrap around your core in a hug. To all the crystals, hello and love. And I pull you back up again. And now here again, I'm envisioning that silver and purple. Pull up, 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 up. Thank you, Hara line. Back up to you, God, into your chest with a hug. And again, those are words that just carry meaning for me. Whatever works for you, but actually try to envision this. Symbolically, what would this look like if you were going to pull down from whatever you call source, if you were going to pull down the major throughways of energy that you believe resonate with you, what would they look like? Name them if you want. And I've done that. To you, God, to the void, to my rainbow family, to my star families. I say all of that and I pull that all down. But your origins and what resonates with you and the images and the colors and the words, they're all going to be special to you. So please don't ever think you need to take any of these suggestions as something to say in a rote manner. That would actually lessen the meaning to you. It would actually, I believe, lessen the effect. The more that you can think for yourself, well, what do those things mean to me? If I was going to say this, if I was going to do this sacred symbol, what language would work? What would resonate deeply with me? And give that some thought. The more unique meaning that you can pack into anything like this, the more profound its effect. Because we are each so unique, even though we are all one. And we are here, and we are magnetizing our own individual earth story. So please take this as an awesome template for something that has really meant so much for me, but please pack it through in whatever way you choose with things that have deep meaning to you. And if you are primarily a visual person, start there. If you're a wordsmith, start there. Whatever your natural proclivity is, begin to pack unique meaning into this along that line. Again, it'll just make everything easier and everything more meaningful. So I hope this helps. I hope this really brings you some joy and some great, deep, and loving sensations of being connected. And again, that's how I envision it. I am a bead. My Hara line is the string. And I plunge into God's chest up there. And I wrap around Mother Earth's core. And that's just how I say this myself. So please find your best way. All my thanks and love.